Mercury was created to be the mid-level brand for the Ford Motor Company, bridging the gap between value-priced Ford models and their more expensive Lincoln models. Mercury cars were effectively Ford models with a longer wheelbase, more luxury options, and upgraded trim. And of course, they came with the option of Ford's most powerful V8 engines. While Ford was winning at Le Mans from 1966 through 1968, the motto of the time for Mercury was, if you're not in automobile racing, you're not in the automobile business. Mercury signed world-famous drivers Dan Gurney and Parnelli Jones to pilot their race cars, and it wasn't long before sibling rivalry broke out between Ford and Mercury on the track, with Mustangs and Cougars competing side by side. With the same engines and chassis, the two marques battled General Motors and each other in the Trans Am series for the next 20 years. In order to compete with the popular dairy engineer John DeLorean put the biggest engine into a small, sporty frame. The result was a dynamic performance brand that would last the next 40 years. DeLorean, who had recently started the muscle car, the GTO, powered engine to the Firebird. The parent company was initially leery of this idea of cars on the road. In 1969, introduced after the trans pop culture icon of the night show, Knight Rider. Alfa Romeo created what some consider to be the most beautiful cars of all time. Despite their high cars are surprisingly attainable. Alfa Romeo was a dominant force in the early days of auto racing, winning the first Automobile World Championship and first Formula One race along the way. Also, innovators of variable valve timing, fuel injection, and double overhead cam engines, bringing racing pedigree into production street cars. Alfa Romeo, however, is famous for one thing: beauty. Even Henry Ford once admitted, "When Romeo go by, I tip my hat." Racing enthusiasts have often said you cannot be a true petrol head until you've owned an Alfa Romeo. But their popularity goes beyond car experts. The special edition Alfa Romeo Spider will always have a special place in pop culture history, appearing prominently in the classic Evan film, The Graduate. When BMW created the first M3 in 1986, they set the benchmark by which all sports sedans would be compared. Experts have called it the best car in the world, some of the best handling cars on the planet. Built with substantial upgrades over the standard 3 Series automobiles, the BMW M3 includes more powerful and responsive engines and improved handling, suspension, and braking systems. It's estimated that 80% of the car's side compared to the standard model. The BMW M3 is also the most successful touring car ever. For decades, the M3 has dominated touring car racing, the highest competition for mass-produced specialty models. The BMW M3 is a winner in another important category: sales. The 3 Series accounts for about 40% of BMW's total sales, and the M3 drives that success.